Hello, this is Ryan Zakos with Zakos Realty and Design Group here out of Sarasota, Florida. In today's video, I want to talk to you a little bit about communities that I feel like are the premier communities in the whole entire area. I'm going to actually do this in threes. I'm going to focus on 3 communities in Lakewood Ranch, 3 communities in Sarasota, then 3 communities in Venice. Obviously, these are the areas that we do most of our real estate in and that we focus on. I was born and raised here in Sarasota, Florida. I currently live in Lakewood Ranch. My father, who's a broker with me here at the firm, lives in Venice, so we know these areas better than anyone and wanted to bring to you what I feel like are the premier communities for those areas. What I'm kind of using as a guideline is, a lot of people want gated, so these all will be gated. I like golf course communities because of the way that the community is maintained. It's, the beautiful landscaping, the beautiful backdrop and scenery for a golf course is spectacular. And then having amenities that are world class. So making it feel like you're actually living resort style living, I think is huge. And that's what people are seeking, especially when relocating here from out of state. They want to come and live in a community that has the restaurants, it has the resort style pool, has the zero entry, spa that's actually in the community itself. There's social events, there's an activity director, pickleball courts, tennis courts. Obviously the golf course is going to be what I'm looking at and what I'm targeting regarding the neighborhoods I'm mentioning today. So I'm going to start with Lakewood Ranch, which is obviously the more northern part of Sarasota County, and then obviously Lakewood Ranch, the majority of Lakewood Ranch is in Manatee County. I'm going to focus on first Esplanade Golf and Country Club, and I'm going to lump that in with Esplanade Azario. So Esplanade Golf and Country Club has been fully established, it's fully built out, fairly new construction. You're talking only 10-year-old homes. Everything still feels very updated, very clean, very new, and it's a beautiful, beautiful community built by Taylor Morrison. Gated entry, grand entry, 24-hour guard, and as you enter this community, you will be greeted by this beautiful lush landscaping, and then as you get in, you'll go to the amenity center. There's a couple different amenity centers throughout the community. The main amenity center for the facility is spectacular. There's a wonderful resort style pool. There's a poolside tiki bar, tennis courts, pickleball courts, and there's pros for tennis, there's pros for pickleball, there's pros for golf. What they did with Esplanade is so successful that they built Esplanade Azario, which is just around the corner in Lakewood Ranch. It's the new construction version of that. Obviously in the same categories. They basically took what Esplanade Golf and Country Club is, mirrored that, and they're actually making it a little bit bigger. I think they said that the culinary center there, the restaurants, the amenities will be about 20% bigger than even an Esplanade Golf and Country Club, which is by itself already spectacular. So Esplanade does have a mix of condos, villas, single family homes, so something that, for everyone. Another thing I like about Esplanade, depending on the lot, golf is not required per se. They have golf deeded lots and they have non-golf lots. So depending on what you're looking for, there's probably an option and availability for you on that. But the next community I'm talking about is Lakewood National. Lakewood National is another large community that has a mix of condos, coach homes, single family homes, originally built by Lennar, but Lennar did an excellent job in building Lakewood National as well as Sarasota National, which is actually going to be one of my Venice choices. Beautiful, beautiful community. Actual Lakewood National has 2 golf courses, so 2 18-hole championship golf courses. The Commander course is played pretty much every year by PGA Tour. This year, Corn Ferry is going through there, I think in April. So coming up here soon, the Corn Ferry will be going through there. So obviously, if it's good enough for the PGA Tour and the Corn Ferry Tour, it's a beautiful, spectacular golf course. A lot going on in the community itself. Again, resort style pool, restaurant, there's poolside restaurant, bar, activities directors, tons of social events. Just played tennis there this morning with some friends there at Lakewood National, all hard true courts. I think there's 8 hard true courts. Amenities galore. Beautiful, beautiful facility, worth checking out. And the last is going to be Lakewood Ranch Golf and Country Club, which is going to be lumped in with Country Club East. One of the first communities built in Lakewood Ranch in the early 2000s, built, established, large community of single family homes. There are some condos and villas in Lakewood Ranch Golf and Country Club as well. And then now recently, just on the other side of Lorraine, they're developing and they're calling it Country Club East. So it's the new version of that. Beautiful community, aquatic center, wonderful tennis facilities, There's 2 private golf courses. There's 1 public golf course in the community itself. Membership's not required. If you choose a social membership, you have access to the restaurants. Country Club East has its own country club, beautiful tennis facilities. So there's a lot going on there. One thing I like about it is that the memberships aren't required. So that's something that if you want, you can have, but you're not paying for it. Mix of small single family homes to super large estate style homes, 8,000 square feet plus homes. So luxurious community that's worth checking out. It's definitely one of my top communities for the area. So those are the 3 in Lakewood Ranch. Sarasota is a little bit different in the fact that Sarasota is first established in the early 1900s. So their new construction in Sarasota is few and far between. You have to go further out east, further north, further south to get the new constructions. The communities I'm going to focus on here are going to be a little bit more older, more established, but still spectacular golf country club communities that have that resort style living. And then the first I'm going to talk about is Laurel Oaks. Laurel Oaks is there at the end of Bee Ridge Road, a private golf course, gated community, pool, tennis, has everything that all the other communities talked about. Pretty much all the single family homes in here are starting at $1 million plus. So very desirable, wonderful location. That Bee Ridge shoots straight down to the North Bridge of Siesta, right in the heart of Sarasota, and it gives you all the amenities that anything else would. I'm going to talk about next is Founders Club. Founders Club is up at Fruitville. They're east of 75 as well. And what I like about Founders Club is actually newer construction, that you can actually build new construction in the Founders Club still, and you can find lots available if you want to do a custom build there. I like Founders Club. Beautiful facility, again, beautiful 18-hole golf course, and I have a handful of friends that live in the Founders Club and they love it. Another perk with Founders Club is membership's not required there. So there's a social membership, a golf membership. You can be involved in that. Everyone pretty much loves the social membership there. They do a lot of stuff for families and, events and clubs and stuff like that going on. A wonderful location being just a couple miles east of 75 off Fruitville. Again, you shoot straight down Fruitville, you end up in downtown Sarasota. And then I'm going to talk about the next community, Prestantia. Prestantia is another golf course community, gated, 24-hour guarded. It is established 40, 50 years ago at this point now. But it is a beautiful community. There's been a lot of celebrities that have purchased in here, have lived in here. There's 2 golf courses. There's a stadium course. It is a TPC course. So the PGA Tour has gone through here, but it's a spectacular golf courses. The homes are a little bit older, so there are some homes that might need some remodeling, but then there's also some gorgeous homes that have been remodeled or have been built not too long ago because there was some lots available as of recently. Large community. It's again made up of single family homes, there's villas, there's some condos, and then the golf again is not a required membership in Prestantia, so it's definitely worth considering. And then there's a couple other, I'm just gonna do like kind of honorable mentions for Sarasota. There's the Oaks, which is probably the most premier, prestigious community in all of Sarasota. The initiation fees and dues are super high, but the grounds are unlike anything you'll see in the area. So that's probably like top of the list regarding what you get, but you're paying for it at the same time. Spectacular neighborhood that's often revered as the #1 community in all of Sarasota. Heritage Oaks is another private golf course community that I'll mention there off of Lorraine near Laurel Oaks actually. So those were honorable mentions, but all great communities. Sarasota, like I said, is a little more established, older communities. Wonderful there. And I'm going to dive into Venice. The 3 that I'm going to mention: Venice, Sarasota National. Again, it's kind of Sarasota National was developed prior to Lakewood National, and it's an 18-hole golf course. What I like about Sarasota National is there's a golf side, there's a lake side, they call it. The golf side, the membership's required for golf. The lake side, it's not. Again, there's a mix of coach homes, condos, and single family homes, just like Lakewood National, built by Lennar. This has 1 18-hole golf course. Lakewood National has 2 18-hole golf courses, but still a spectacular golf course that's kind of surrounded by wetlands and preserves, so it feels very natural, very beautiful. And then it's over near where Welland Park is being built now and established, so there's going to be a lot going for it. You're close to the Venice beaches, and then you're right around the corner from downtown Welland Park and everything that's going to have here as it builds and launches. The next golf course, Venetian Golf and River Club, another community I've sold many homes in. Beautiful community. I love that there's the large pool, fitness center, clubhouse, golf, gated. It's another wonderful community in Venice, and there's a ton of communities in Venice, but just like Sarasota, a lot of them are older, more established. Venetian it doesn't feel like an old dated community. It still feels like it's been updated. You know, a lot of the homes are somewhat newer. You don't get that sleepy older feeling for the homes. There are some communities in Venice that are wonderful communities. The homes are a little smaller, a little bit older, like the Plantation, Venice Golf and Country Club, Pelican Point, to just name a few. And then our last community that I want to talk about is actually not in Venice, it's just south of Venice, but it's Boca Royale. That's another community that I love, I've sold homes in, and what I like about Boca Royale is it's a community that you can still purchase new construction in as well, and they're continuing to develop east and south. There's some opportunity for new construction. You can find some great value, and their activity schedule is always booked up. They have tons of activities and very active lifestyle community. There's golf, tennis, pickleball, aquatics. I mean, everything you could think of that any resort style, all-inclusive community would feel like. And so all these are spectacular neighborhoods. I feel like you can't go wrong with any of them, but I really wanted to bring to you my top 3 for each of those areas. Obviously, there's more that we can dive into and I can share with you and I can give you some really good feedback on. Just kind of off the top of my head, I want to talk about what I feel like just thinking about it, like from what I've sold and what I know. These are the 3 communities per area that I feel like if I were to buy, I would definitely consider purchasing in these communities. So I hope that helps. I hope it adds some insight. Please don't hesitate to reach out. I would absolutely love to be a resource for you. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.